I have a question.
Yeah.
What is an example of lust, pride, and vanity, but as it relates to your own experience of those things?
Ooh. So as far as like the community here, I just noticed, like I was mentioning, that constant acquiring of knowledge and ascension and kind of like having this esoteric knowledge. It can be seen sort of as like black magic, almost like black, using the spiritual realm to manipulate it, and using like all this knowledge to, like a principle of God. You deserve abundance because he's king of the universe and we're his children, so everything he has is ours, but not without humbling yourself and honoring him, not without seeking him, not just for your own pride. So that was like, oh, I'm just gonna use this whole abundance theology and just like manifest all this wealth, and not giving honor to God who created wealth. So that's kind of like,
that's the pride.
Yeah, I saw that a lot. Like people telling me, "You're a major manifester. You're such a goddess. You're such a," and
Did you believe it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, and it was taking God's power and his giftedness in me and taking it for my own accolades, instead of giving glory where it's due. Uh-huh. And that's not really a recipe for longevity, abundance that counts, that satisfies. Mm-hmm. Lust is definitely just like judging everything by its appearance, and judging, people by their appearance, judging, just having that like material view where everything is just what I see, and the unseen realm is really not, doesn't matter. Like, just your value is how you look and how you sound. And so that's like the pride and the knowledge and the looks, and just like being obsessed, with like defying age and being like a infinite, limitless being that, it's a lot of pressure. It's a lot of pressure.
Yeah,
it's torture. It's really like a cruel master. You die 1,000 deaths with vanity before you die, because you don't. But it's beautiful to be unconditionally loved and renounce that master, because that's not what Christ sees. He sees the heart. And what was the other one? Lust, pride, vanity.
Those are all of them.
Yeah, lust. It's just like pleasures. It's just being obsessed with food and sex and what smells good, what feels good. Just like constant sensory. Like, we're more than the body. We're spirit. We come from God. We come from this invisible, beautiful source, and we return. So keeping that always in mind. It's not about just like constantly the lust of the flesh, satisfying the tongue, satisfying the eyes, satisfying. We're more than that. So it's freedom, really. So those are like the low frequencies on the totem pole of energies. The top of that is where Christ is. It's unconditional love. It's bliss, euphoria, joy, peace, the fruits of the spirit, gentleness, kindness. And none of them are uptight. Like self-control is all, faithfulness. It's all like, it's all chill.
But aren't I supposed to be embodied, and aren't most Christians disembodied, and they're all in their heads and they're not even connected to their wombs? And what about that?
Yeah, we definitely need, there's a lot of knowledge that above the body that typical Christian culture is missing, because God made these amazing vessels. We're fearfully and wonderfully made. So we're made incredibly. So to study that is true science. To study creation is to know the creator, the author of it. And that's missing in a lot of that is just consumeristic North American culture, which is Babylon, which is the beast, is the system. And so a lot of that is not Bible at all. Like, the Bible teaches you're fearfully and wonderfully made. Be in the red tent, be with the women, honor your body, like, don't, so it's important to separate culture from true biblical knowledge, wisdom, from the scriptures, from how our bodies are made. It's like all these things, like, we're not to be gluttonous, for example, the church ignores that, or it was like, oh, just don't drink, smoke, swear, and have unmarried sex. You're good. But then greed slips in the door, gluttony's in the door.
Right.
Look the other way for that. It's just, all that needs cleansed. Every single realm, you know, and yeah, not worshiping. We don't worship ourselves. So we don't worship the womb. But it
So
does have
being embodied,
Mhm.
but not idolizing, not creating an idol of the body.
Yes.
I think that's
like the redeemed form. Yeah, because all these things are not at their root, they're good desires. They just get twisted and inverted into something that was never meant to be, right?
yeah.
It's like we desire beauty. Beauty's wonderful. God created beauty, but then to obsess over it to the point where like you need plastic surgery, like that's a lot. You know, like maybe
Laying on a table, sacrificing yourself.
Oh, you sent me that I have to watch it. I didn't get a chance.
That's another video.
Oh my gosh. That's blood sacrifice too. The currency of the spirit realm is blood.